And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Well, it's transfer deadline day, and it's safe to say we've got a lot of work to be getting on with over the next sort of 12 hours probably, should I be saying. At least need 3 players in through the door. Now, there's a bit of a divide in the Rangers fan base. Some fans, of course, coming to the realisation that we are in shit state, and then there's others that have probably been a little bit mentally prepared as to how this transfer window is. Look, it's horrible seeing the other side of the city spending £26 million on 3 players. That's what you're up against, and that's what we're trying to compete for and against the title, whilst we're cutting about down the back of the sofa looking for a couple of pence. So there was a massive disparity in the finances between everybody in the league. So there's a realisation that we are up against it. You know, your biggest title rival spending £26 million on 3 players is bonkers. But having said that, it does seem as though we are looking in the bargain basket for some signings. As I said, it's clear that we need to bring in some players. And of course, we've got 2 transfers to report on. We've obviously got one with regards to an outgoing and one regards to an incoming. I'm seeing someone over in the live chat saying, is this actually today's news or yesterday's? It's fucking today's news, you madman. But maybe, listen, this one's been, the outgoing, of course, is probably a little bit old news. It's not old news, but was confirmed today, and that's of course Mr. Scott Wright. He is now a Birmingham player, bringing it to you to discuss, but yeah, he is a Birmingham player. He's of course joined Birmingham on a permanent transfer, actually not a loan. I think we're getting about £300,000 for him, and to be fair, Scott Wright's Rangers career has been very, very weird, to be fair. You know, of course, he's lasted the test of time, won every single domestic trophy that you can at Rangers, even started a Europa League final for us, but he's also scored some big goals at Hampden for us as well in those cup competitions, but never a player that's really been rated, and to be perfectly honest, he isn't a great footballer, certainly not a Rangers standard, but look, he's gone down to League One and joined Birmingham. He joins Ben Davies, but actually we're getting 300k for it. So I mean, our transfer fees are atrocious, man. 300k, 900k, all this sorts of crap. I mean, it's quite hard to get rid of some of this heap of shite that you've got in your team, and try and charge other teams a lot when they're on massive wages. That's probably the problem we're having with Todd Cantwell at this moment in time. No one's going to pay for those wages because no one's as stupid as us to offer these bang average players suppose high contract. So it's a lesson that we've probably learnt upon, but Scott Wright, of course, has gone out of the door, £300,000, and hopefully something we can get into the in the business area, that we can maybe get something in through the door. Now, moving on to incomings, guys, as stated, it looks like we're going in for Feyenoord defender. Now, let me pronounce his name properly, or try to at least. You know what I'm like, I'm pretty bad at pronunciations, but his name is Naroyaso Kasumwaroro. Again, I'm sorry for the butchering of that name there, guys, but he is a Dutch professional defender who plays for Feyenoord Rotterdam. 6'1", and of course it looks like it's going to be Ben Davies' replacement. Of course, we were linked to the boy from Hoffenheim, but that doesn't look like it's going to be going in through the door. So we're going in for this lad. Of course, come through the ranks at Ajax Amsterdam, then obviously made a move to FC Groningen, then played at Feyenoord, was a part of the championship winning team the season before, and was spending out last season out on loan at Rapid Vienna out in the Austrian Bundesliga, which is an okay standard. I think they got to the final of the Austrian Cup, but I think they did lose, actually. But on his record, he's got, as I said, he's got an Eredivisie. He was a part of the Eredivisie winning team under Arne Slot 2 seasons ago. 22 years old, and surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen, we are in talks to sign him. It does look like this one is going to be going over the line, and surprise, surprise, it's a loan. I mean, it's a temporary fix by the looks of things. At this moment in time, I don't know what's going to be happening with regards to anything else. It just looks like a season-long loan. Hopefully, maybe we should protect ourselves and put like an option to buy if the player actually does well. But yeah, I mean, I don't really like the way that we're doing transfer business at this moment in time. But I mean, It is what it is, right? Look, it's a defender. I don't know much about him. Of course, he played at a decent level last season with Rapid Vienna. Of course, 22 years old, pretty big. I mean, lot could be an upgrade on Ben Davies. I mean, he was ranked rotten. He's gone down to League One. So anything's an upgrade on Ben Davies. So let's have a little look and see what he's all about. But I mean, I'm not going to come on here and pretend that I know these players. I don't know them. I don't know who he is. Just hear as much as you guys do as it comes through. Then obviously it's time to do a bit of a research afterwards and check what he's all about. But, you know, the fact that we've kind of seen it is probably like our third choice centre-back, obviously, because we were in for that Hoffenheim player a few days ago, and it looks like he's going somewhere else. So we are going down the sort of pecking order, if you like, of our first choices. But all the best to him, and hopefully he can do something. But I do hope Rangers, of course, do put something in like an option to buy if we are loaning the player, because we just got loads of these loan players, right? That's the market that we're in at this moment in time. But I do want us to at least, you know, maybe put some, be able to have the option to buy them, because if they do really well, then we just burn ourselves and we're stuck in the same position next summer when we haven't got any players in through the door. So hopefully, as stated, we do something there, but it does look like we're going to be getting them on loan. Sky Sports are now reporting on this one. Dutch football's, of course, getting onto it now as well. So yeah. And then of course, actually there's a second player that apparently we're also interested in. It just keeps on coming out. Apparently we're looking to, well, it comes from Sport Build. So they're a pretty decent source, I suppose, out in Germany. But they're basically stating that Rangers are looking at the Heidenheim midfielder Jan Schnopner. So potentially another one there as well. Again, he's a central midfielder, 25 years old, pretty tall as well, but certainly a positions that we're looking to try and bolster: the defence, the midfield, and the left wing. I wouldn't be surprised today if we do get 3 players in through the door. How good they are remains to be seen. But as stated, Rangers do look like they are closing in on the defender from Feyenoord, and do look like they are looking to potentially try and bring in central midfielder Jan Schnopner from Heidenheim. So I'm going to change the title there to Tuin, I think, because that's that. So that's kind of all we got. Again, no confirmation about Todd Cantwell, but it does look like he's going to Blackburn, and no confirmation elsewhere with regards to any other players. So that's all we've really got for you in terms of transfer news, guys. But do appear to hear some stuff in the next couple of hours. It's probably going to be a busy day. As I said, I do feel like we're going to have 3. We're going to get 3 photos. 3. I keep reading photos. Yeah, I'll sort that out. Don't worry, guys. I know OCD people. It looks like we're probably going to get 3 signing in through the door. As I said, from the bargain basket. Probably no permanent transfers. All loan deals, most probably. But unfortunately, that's the state that we're in. And to be fair, we've got to take a few steps backwards to make a few steps forward. And that's just ultimately where we are. Let's hope we don't make freaking mistakes again, because this board is incompetent. You know, you're seeing your rivals spending £26 million on 3 players. How do we expect to compete against that? I mean, it's you know, we're literally shopping in the reduced to clear section in the store whilst they're going up to, I don't know, I don't really stay in the UK. What's the bougie store? Is it Marks and Spencer's? Is that the Waitrose or something like that? And we're sitting around in Lidl's bargain basket, looking for cheap deals, taking 20 pence from down the back of the sofa to try and buy something. And I hate the way that we've currently got. It's the mismanagement of the board over the last few years. You know, someone in that board sanctioned £5 million transfer for Ben Davies. Someone in that board sanctioned £5 million for Rabbi Matondo. Somebody in that board sanctioned £5 million for Sam Lammers. You know, the list goes on at the mismanagement of how much money we're spending on absolute dog shit. And that's what's burnt us over the last couple of days. So, couple of years, sorry. So I'm pissed off, but hopefully it's the start of a new regime. Hope Clement might have to sort it, but I don't know what my expectations are for this season. Of course, we got Celtic at the weekend on Sunday. They've just spent £26 million on 3 players. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to try and win the league, but if we don't win the league, then we don't get in the Champions League, and then we're just going to carry on in this spiraling direction. But at least I suppose we're sorting out these wages. Talking about Europe, guys, we've got a Europa League live stream that's going to be coming up after this. We'll go live in around an hour's time. I'm just going to have some breakfast, have another coffee, and then we'll get going. But as I said, it's going to be a day of loads of live streams probably. But I'll end this live stream here, guys. If you want to carry on the chat, you'll be redirected to the Europa League group stage live stream, and we'll go there from there. But hit